All right. There we go. Awesome. All right. Let's get some music up in here. Anthony, Jack, what's going on? Oh yeah, big questions, big questions. Make sure this focus gets. Julian, what's going on? How you guys doing? Did you guys watch last night's game? Last night's game was a fun one. Hockey's finally back. Feels good. Robert, those are high expectations. High expectations. But I love it. I love it. We're here to talk about it all. Last night's game was a fun one. Rangers Bruins at TD Garden. Rangers got the job done. Filipino looked fantastic, highlighted in purple, bottom right of your screen. Yeah, he looked fantastic last night. He dominated last night's game. He was clearly the best NHL forward on the ice. It was great to see from the Rangers side. Hopefully he can stay healthy throughout the season, man, because the Rangers need him. The Rangers need him. He could be a huge factor going into the regular season. He needs to stay healthy. All right. Cool. Excellent. But yeah, how you guys doing? Did you watch last night? Did you guys watch? Going to the Rangers Island is preseason home opener. All right, Julian, good luck. Hopefully they don't get goose egged. Good luck though. Robert, do it for Sam. Oh man, that should be the model for this year. It should. It should be the model for this year. It should be for Sam. Yeah, but they didn't mention it last night. They'll probably mention it more closer to the beginning of the season. But yeah, Sam Rosen will be retiring at the end of this season. Crazy. Yeah, Phil's been a beast. Excited to see more of Edstrom. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna play tomorrow night. I'm sure most of the guys who played last night. I mean, maybe some of the standouts might get a second game, and it might be tomorrow night. So, speaking about standouts, I have Ottman, Mancini, and Garan highlighted in green. Thought they were the best Rangers totally and Heedle last night. And Schneider and Kako, to me, who are NHL regulars, should be dominating, I think, in those kinds of games. You know, maybe it's just slow starts to training camp, but nothing to read into too much. I just thought they could have been a bit better. Anthony, what's going on? Hold on, let me read that chat one more time. I did, you did not much to say. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope the Rangers have a good year, too. I don't know who's going to replace him. It might be Kenny Albert. Might be Kenny Albert. Got the Vezina Trophy shirt on. Igor Shesterkin, right? Oh, the talk of the town. Do the Rangers extend him? Crazy debates. Crazy debates. We'll dive into that, of course, but I think the Rangers are gonna end up extending him. But the rumor is today that if they don't get a deal done, which I kind of expected, if they don't get a deal done before camp ends, before opening night, that they'll just rock throughout the rest of the season. Him being a pending UFA. But I'm nervous about just the whole situation. I'm just nervous. You're also going to opening night. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kako seems to be missing a type of aggressive energy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just thought he lacked a little bit of aggressiveness last night. That's a good way to put it, Robert. Justin, I'm great. I'm great. Hockey's back. Hockey's back. It feels good. Feels good. Leave a like if you're excited for the NHL coming back. The NHL also announced today the Amazon series that will premiere on October 4th. Little deep dive into some of the NHL lives of the players. It's awesome. It looks really good. Willie Nylander has a spot. I don't know. I remember them saying Jacob Trouba had a spot, but nothing I thought I saw in the trailer really highlighted Trouba too much. But that would be really cool to see with the summer that the Rangers had with Trouba. I mean, to be honest, I would love to see the behind the scenes of that and how it all unfolded if we get to see that. Um, But yeah, but real quick, let me just edit the stream really quickly. But yeah, I'm so excited for this season. Need a healthy Phil, Justin. Need a healthy Phil. Need a healthy Filipino. But yeah, if you guys watched last night's game, Hedo was great. Thought he was flying throughout the neutral zone. Wanted the puck, wanted to break out and carry the puck through the neutral zone. It was great. Um, Absorbed a lot of contact. I thought maybe a little too much in a preseason game for me. But I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for the season. Hey Ryan, what's going on? Panthers, I love it. I love it. Good for you. Literally the last game. That game was amazing. Oh my god, the series was great. Rangers and Panthers was absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, Florida Panthers, Stanley Cup champions. Team looks different for them going into this year. I think it's gonna be a different year for the Panthers. I think if they still can keep that identity of the way they play, they'll be fine. But it's always tough to go back to back. It's always tough to keep your team the same in the cap era. So I get it if they don't go back to back. But let me tell you, they're gonna come out hungry again. I don't know if they'll have a cup hangover. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so Igor Shesterkin. But yeah, Igor Shesterkin. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Rangers are gonna extend Shesterkin? Do you guys think they're gonna end up extending Igor? Igor, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think they end up doing it too. I just don't I don't see them doing what there's no way they're not going to do what they did with Hank, right? Which is kind of similar, I feel. I feel like there was a hesitation of, oh, are they going to sign Lundqvist? Are they going to extend him? I think it was around a similar time. Maybe he was 28, so a year earlier. But still, the same situation where they kind of were like, well, are they going to sign him? But they're going to sign him. There's just, I feel like there's just no way they're not. But we're going to dive into that a little bit more throughout the season, especially. And over the next couple weeks, as more starts to circulate, if he extends before camp and not. I mean, listen, the argument for goaltending in the playoffs, not needing the elite goaltender, it's true. In a lot of cases, especially in the last 25 years, 20 years. I mean, Aiden Hill for the Vegas Golden Knights, I mean, prime example, who's, hasn't really been a prime elite goaltender since. But he won a Stanley Cup for the Golden Knights, got hot at the right time, a great Golden Knights team, just an example of that. I think with a goaltender like Shesterkin, it gives you the greatest chance to win. He's been the best playoff performer for the Rangers. That's the thing here. It's like you know what you're going to get for him in the playoffs. My problem might be with the forward core and the forwards and what those guys are bringing to the team. Maybe you need a change in that and be able to make some room money-wise to save there so that you can keep Shesterkin. I don't know what's going to happen, though. I'm excited. It's always fun to watch the negotiations unfold. And now that we have a little rumor about Shesterkin not wanting to extend during the year, he wants to get it done before opening night. I'm sure he's fixated on a number. I'm sure they are fixated on a number, and as they should be. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the Rangers aren't a team that can push through the playoffs without their goalie, Igor. Like, he was their best player in the playoffs the last 3 years. I would say each year. I don't know. It's a tough call. Because he is, like I said, your best playoff performer. All right, let's get back to the chat. But yeah. All right, I'll see you later, Julian. Thanks for coming out. I feel like Igor's a Ranger lifer. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be... I mean, they saw him as Hank 2.0. I don't see why they wouldn't extend him to be Hank 2.0 for longer, right? Like, Hito Kako Cooley on line 3 sounds pretty good, personally. Would start Laugh on the first line to be the play driver. Yeah, James, I don't know if you mentioned that last night, if you came into the chat also and mentioned that last night, or if it was someone else, but yeah. I've seen Lafreniere on the first line before. I don't know. We'll see. That means Riley Smith goes with Trocheck and Panarin? Or do you give Brennan Ottman a top 6 opportunity there? Because I thought Ottman looked really good last night. Do you move Filipino to the wing? No. He's going to be your third line center. I need Filipino to stay healthy. First of all, right? I got to make sure this is focused. I need Filipino to stay healthy, right? That's my biggest thing for me, for Phil, is that he just needs to be healthy. Igor and Garan is the future. Garan looked really good last night, Justin, I thought. I thought Garan looks really solid. I mean, he was tested right when he came in that second period, and he made a good post-to-post move, and he made the save around the net. What up, Rangers? Hopefully, Laf can improve defensively. Him and Panarin were pretty brutal to watch in their own end last year. Yeah, I mean, it's a good argument, I guess, yeah. Listen, as long as that line scores goals, I really don't care what they do in their own end. They were the only line that drove offense last year, 5-on-5 consistently. Defense, of course, it's important, but listen, as long as that line could do what they did last year, they're gonna need to. If their 5-on-5 play does not improve from last season. When does Perot get the call? Looking forward to when he joins. I'm sure he'll play the whole season in Boston. So, when those college kids get called up around the playoffs, sometimes they'll make their NHL debut in the playoffs. Makar and Kreider, prime examples of scoring in their debuts when getting called up out of college and making their debut. Pretty cool. You think he will get a ton of steals? Doesn't matter if you drive offense, if you give him goals. They did most of the year. All right. I respect it. But yeah, Perot, I can't wait for Perot to come up. I can't wait. Gabe Perot's going to be electric. Harry, what's going on? We're back. Let's do it. We are back. Tomorrow, Rangers Islanders at MSG. First preseason game at the Garden. Boston Ice did not look great last night. I watched a few games, highlights. I feel like pucks were bouncing all over the place. Some Ice is clearly in preseason form. But yeah, tomorrow night, Islanders and Rangers at the Garden. Islanders won their preseason opener yesterday against the Devils 4-2 in Jersey. Yeah, should be a great season series with the Rangers and Islanders. Their first game, luckily for us this year, is before 2025. It's November 3rd, a 1 o'clock game, assuming that's a weekend day. But yeah, that should be a good game. And then they play February 25th, March 3rd, and April 10th. Should be a good season series between Rangers and Islanders. How good was Mancini? Yeah, he was really good last night. He was really good. Godfather, I hope we take another run make another run also. James, what's going on? Have a lot of prospects, as much I would like to keep them all. Yeah, no, I was thinking, even last night, Matthew Robertson is a guy that I think teams would be interested in. If he doesn't make the team out of camp, I think he should be looked at as a guy who maybe could possibly be moved with, something else to just, improve the team. They're going to need to, I think. They're going to want to add. No reason why they can't package up a couple prospects. They have a couple draft picks also to use. There are the first rounders at least. But yeah, Mancini was awesome. Mancini was really good. Listen, the Devils, if Markstrom isn't sharp, there are a couple defensemen already injured. The Devils need to have their offense clicking because they're not, I don't know how great they're going to be in their own end right off the click with Hughes out and I believe possibly Nemec out as well. And then Markstrom, you gotta hope he's Markstrom of, what they signed, the Flames signed him to, what he was able to prove in Calgary, and then traded to Calgary now. It's his call, the Devils' question the last couple of years has been their goaltending and their defensive play, so if their offense isn't clicking, they can't get off to a slow start in the Metropolitan Division. They just can't. They can't. How do I feel about Goodrow leaving? They got rid of him when he was the most valuable in my opinion. I thought Barclay Goodrow was playing his best hockey as a Ranger in the 2024 playoffs. Yeah, it is what it is. They're getting a guy like Riley Smith who needs to now gel somewhere in this roster. Because that's now what he's looked at as in his replacement. He was not traded for Riley Smith. I know I just kind of said it like that was the situation, but it's not. I just now, in my opinion, I think Riley Smith's coming in to take the roster spot of Barclay Goodrow. And the money works out similarly as well a bit. But I feel, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Especially after the playoffs. Yeah, he had a great playoffs. Like I'm saying, he had a great playoffs. He had a fantastic playoffs. Rempe first period drops gloves. I hope he plays tomorrow night. Do I think our defense is good? Trouba, it really relies on if Trouba's playing second pairing minutes with Keandre Miller. I think Miller really gets dragged by Trouba in a lot of situations. I think Miller should be able to just drive offense a lot more than he does, because I think he needs to just hang back for Trouba a lot. But I think it'll change, because I really do think that Schneider might get a chance with Keandre Miller on the second pair. I think that can elevate both of their games. I said that last playoffs. I thought it looked like that a bit last playoffs. Yeah, Lindgren's back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. You know, he gets banged up throughout the year, and he's always back. So it's never a question of if he'll miss games. But my question with Ryan Lindgren really is, like, is he 100%? Like, why can't... Well, it's bad to go into games with a guy not 100%. Like, in a playoff game, you know you might not get Ryan Lindgren at 100%. Why not try to go in with a top pairing that's 100% healthy? So I like Lindgren as a defenseman. I really do. I think he does a lot for a team. I think he does a lot for the Rangers especially. He's that warrior defenseman. But I would love a healthier defenseman to play with Adam Fox. That would be electric. I think it would just be a lot better to play in the playoffs and create offense, especially against a team like Florida, where Lindgren's a great defenseman. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. But just saying. Is Rempe given on this team, or is he going to be last year's Zach Jones? I think Rempe makes the team out of camp, but it's going to be his job to lose. I think he makes the team. I do. It's going to be up to him whether he plays up to that standard and stays on this team. Because I can easily see him getting sent back down. I don't think the Rangers are going to make any more signings. No. Nah, they won't. This is their team coming into the camp. And I think they already sent one goalie back today. We'll see what happens after tomorrow's game. But yeah, I think no more signings. No more signings. Yeah, they're strapped for cash. They're going to wait to hold on to that until the deadline, and then just try to utilize a lot of that money to acquire maybe one or two guys. Again, we're going to have to see how the season unfolds. I don't know, man. They can extend Lafreniere now, too, at this point. So, like, it's going to be crazy to see the next couple weeks, couple months, honestly. This is that scary point now. This is you have to make a decision. If you're Chris Drury, like, what are we doing? Which direction are we going? Especially, I don't know, because, like, I don't know how, it doesn't matter how the season starts. I think the Rangers are going to start off good. I don't know. I don't see them, like, struggling at all. But I don't know. We'll see. You love Laffy? Share the same birthday? Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, you should have a good year, Harry. Should have a great year. He should have a solid season. Guys, leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. Leave a like if you're excited for Rangers hockey is back and the NHL's back. Last night we had a live stream, now available for members only. But I posted a little highlight video also talking about Barclay Goodrow becoming an alternate captain once again with the San Jose Sharks. And yeah, just a couple highlights from last night's stream. So if you guys want to go check that out also, quick little video also, not too long. We need to get bigger in the back end. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, look at the Boston Bruins. They're huge. Their defense core is the biggest defense core in the NHL by far, or at least in the East. Yeah, the defensive end needs to at least play bigger. At least to play bigger. Back end needs to be able to break the puck out. Oof. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I love it. Robert, what's going on? 8 mil coming off the books next year? I don't know. I hope they can get it all 8 mil off. Will Trouba be better? Do you think Trouba will be better? I have no idea. I really have no clue. I have no idea. He needs to be obviously 100 times better than he was. Than his contract is, obviously. You don't think so? There's your answer. I don't know. I really don't know. I think... Do the Rangers make a trade for then a defenseman? Do they do that? Is that a move they make? Again, like... So, my point about Lindgren, a great defenseman, but you don't know if he's like 100% healthy in the playoffs. Like, and that's when it counts the most, man. Like, that's when you need to try to be at least healthy the most you can in the playoffs. So defensemen don't usually get better when they turn 30, but fingers crossed. That's true. That is a great point. Yeah. He played on a broken foot. No, I know, Robert. I know. Broken foot, I know. And that's devastation. It stinks. It's awful. But he got to push through. He pushed through last year and it was awesome. But didn't play up to that standard to his contract. And I think that's, a reasonable beef. James, what's going on? Take him off the power play. I don't know. It's hard to take the captain off the power play time. That's why, I don't know, man. I wish he just wasn't the captain. It would be different if he was a regular player on this team, but he's a captain making $8 million and he's just not living up to that contract. It's just bad situation all around. And yeah, just the situation last year was just, and over the summer now too. It's gonna be crazy. I hope we could see that in the Amazon series. I really do. I really do. And now Hito's back. Will he be on line 1 or is that right? No, Hito's gonna center line 3, I think. I think. Trouba's physicality is a must for us. That's why I like to see us resign. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, resign Trouba, sure. Yeah. They should buy him out and then resign him, like they were gonna do to Goudreau. Like, I saw rumors like that for Goudreau. That they were gonna buy Goudreau out and then re-sign him to a more palatable deal. Crazy. Nah. If they can get rid of Trouba, they should have got rid of him yesterday. Simple. But yeah, tomorrow should be a good game. Islanders and Rangers. It's gonna be a fun game. Last night we did a stream, like I said. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Not sure. Should be fun, though. No, Robert. So the NHL has partnered up with Amazon. My apologies. Okay. Robert, the NHL has partnered up with Amazon and signs a big TV deal for Monday night games in Canada and rights to a behind-the-scenes series of a few players going into the deep dive lives and behind the scenes of the locker room and stuff like that for a few of the players. And I thought Trouba was supposed to be one of the players involved in that. They released a big 2-minute trailer. I didn't see too much of Trouba in it, but it'll come out October 4th. So there you go. And it'll be available on Amazon. That's not a promo unless Amazon wants to come sign a check. I'm down, but Kyle, what's going on? Yeah, very cool, Robert. I think it's pretty sick. I want to see a lot of that stuff. I fell in love with hockey because of the HBO 24/7 series with Rangers and Flyers especially. That was just an incredible behind the scenes. I mean, now Laviolette's the Rangers coach. It's actually crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, that's just pretty cool. And I would love to see more of that. The NHL needs to just do more of that, plain and simple. So I love that they're at least attempting to do something. At least attempting to take a crack at it. And the NFL does a lot of stuff like that. I mean, a lot of sports do stuff like that. And the NHL used to be really involved in stuff like that. So I'm definitely down for Amazon to pick it up, especially because Amazon's just, I don't know, I feel like there'll be more of they won't hide as much, I feel. I heard Elliot Friedman was talking on his podcast. The NHL reporter Elliot Friedman was talking on his podcast saying that players were a little concerned with how things may have been portrayed in the series. So listen, that's open game for me. I love that stuff. We're paying fans. I want to see everything. 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 I want to see all that stuff. A hockey version of Hard Knocks. Exactly, James. If they re-sign Shesterkin, he will unfortunately, undoubtedly, sorry, not unfortunately, Hammond, undoubtedly be the highest paid player. Yeah, he probably will be. I'm thinking he'll get around $12 million. I don't know, man, though. I don't know. I mentioned earlier, the conversation of not needing an elite goaltender to win in the playoffs. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. We're gonna see. And then today it comes out saying, if there's no contract extension before opening night, there's a very good chance that Igor Shesterkin and Camp take their UFA all the way to July 1st, and he'll probably become a free agent. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Shesterkin. Rick, is 12 million per for Igor crazy to me? Best goal in the NHL in my opinion, but that's crazy. Yeah, and I think it's funny because we see Jeremy Swayman asking for a obviously big deal, in Boston. He's still unsigned, so it's funny. Like the goalies are obviously asking themselves for a high. They look at themselves as a high entity, which they should. Listen, the goaltending is a unique position in hockey. Listen, is it the most important in the playoffs? We haven't necessarily seen that the last 20 years, but Igor Shesterkin, is he worth the $12 million that he rumored to think he's worth? Harry says he'd rather pay $12 million than lose Shesterkin. I know you're gonna get $8 million. It's rumored to say at the end of this season, but yeah, still another $4 million that you would have to pay Shesterkin. Hoping the cap then does rise, right? You would assume. Way too much, but someone will pay him if we don't. Exactly, like that's the thing. Great point. But who do you think? Where do you think he goes if he's not a Ranger? If he doesn't resign, where do you think he goes? I have a couple theories. I do have a couple theories. I have a few really good theories. The window may end this season. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think about? Teams that high cap, high goaltender rarely win at all. Florida and Bob is the exception, not the rule. Yeah, I've seen that argument. About the Bobrovsky. Well, he's an elite goaltender, and he was huge. I mean, give him credit. Forget about exception. He was great. He wasn't the reason they won, right? Like, he wasn't the reason they won. So, I mean, forget about him being the exception, the rule. It still counts. I still, an elite goaltender really hasn't propelled a team to win a cup. It's fine. It's fine. That's the case. It's hard to take a hometown discount in New York with the crazy high tax situation. That's why I think he's gonna lean towards, my theory, he's gonna lean towards around that no tax bracket limit, team. I don't know whatever team that would be, but I think he'll go to one of those teams. Like you just said, the cap isn't gonna go up. Won't feel as bad as a couple years. It is gonna go up. Exactly. I just don't know. How much is it gonna go up next year? How much is it gonna go up next year? Realistically, we saw it just take around a $4 million rise, right? Around. The New York Rangers have $88 million limit right now. So what? You get another $4 or $5 million maybe next year. That would be ideal in the Rangers situation. If you take $8 million of Trouba off, you get the $13 million total from the cap extension, from the cap rise, and then you lose Trouba. Hopefully, you can get Trouba's. This is the thing about not moving Trouba. All right, my bad. Aiden Hill won a cup. No, exactly, Rick. Exactly. All right, what was I saying? I was distracted. I'm distracted. Yeah, the cap might go up. Yeah, who knows? So that's like 13 million, and then that's what? But that's a whole Shesterkin right there. Damn, 13 million. That's a whole Shesterkin. If you can get all of Trouba off, that's a whole Igor Shesterkin. That's like bringing a whole turkey to Thanksgiving. Simple. You're saying 10-8 he comes in at? That's ideal. That's ideal. If you could bring him under Panarin, that's amazing. If you could bring him in under Panarin, that's what your ideal situation is, and I'm sure that's what Drury is trying to convince Igor it. Maybe he comes right in around Panarin. Maybe. They are saying another big cap bump in the coming year or the year after. Rangers can't rely if it's the year after, though. It needs to be this upcoming offseason, because now, like I said, just taking a look. You know what? I'll actually bring it up and show you guys. This would be a nice opportunity to get my stuff going here. Try to just, okay, let's look at the, I'm using Puckpedia because the Washington Capitals, really what a waste of time of a franchise, just completely took away cap friendly. So really not ideal situation for anybody, including myself. So what am I going to do here? Let's see. If I change to this, this was for Shesterkin again. This is just some of Igor Shesterkin's stats. You know what? I think this is what I have available. Yeah, perfect. So let's just add up this. We're gonna add. Okay. This screen right here. Excellent. All right. So the Rangers, $88 million. Let's crop it here. That's their high, obviously the limit. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go back to the chat. I love Shrews, but I feel like he isn't fit for captain instead of. I should have been Kreider. I mean, I said that from day one, but you know, he's not a leader. He obviously doesn't want to be it. Doesn't want to be. He's not a leader. He should have been the captain. I don't care. If he was gonna sign that big extension, he should have been the captain. Cause now look what the situation you got yourselves into. Simple. All right. So anyway, this is the Rangers cap situation. Right now their projected cap space, they only have $623,000. They have no room for just a basic minimum entry level deal or even minimum contract. So yeah, they're right at the limit. But yeah, let's just say they get that little cushion of $5 million and another $8 million. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe they can extend Trouba. Maybe. Trouba. Wow, they're not extending Trouba. They're not extending Trouba. Shesterkin. Alright, where am I back? Let's go back to the chat. You tagged Igor with the Crosby video, giving him reasons why he... Yeah. But, I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard to take, like... It's so hard to take a discount in New York. It is. I get it. And Crosby's a different breed. You tweeted that Igor told him you think he's the best goalie in the league. You should ask for every dime. Yeah. Good for you, Rick. Quinn, what's going on? Do you think these recent deals to the young guys, Byfield, Raymond, Beniers, make Laugh's deal better or worse for the Rangers? I think the Raymond deal, but you know, that situation is unique. They made him come in under Larkin. But Lafreniere, man, $2.3 million for this year will be a steal. He's gonna want, I think, at least another 6-7 million. I think he gets 8. I hope he doesn't get more than 8. He might want a little more than that. It depends what he does this year. I think the Rangers can limit his production in a way to where they can now bring his value down, I don't know, cuz like if they don't give him power play one time, he's not going to get as many points. He's not going to get as many power play points. You know, I can kind of see that, but I don't know. I think the Rangers personally should extend Lafreniere as soon as possible. Shesterkin, on another hand, I don't know what's going to happen. Chess, you deserves it all, says G-Pod. I love it. If Shesterkin walks, you hope he doesn't go where whoa. And I hope he doesn't. Where would he go? Toronto, Edmonton, Carolina? Carolina's crazy to think about, huh? But that would be a great fit. James, good call. I think maybe Nashville, if they moved on from Saros in a way. Now that they lost Askarov, turning to they spend a lot this free agency. I don't think Trotz is afraid to spend. So I think you never know. I think if they can make room, if they would have to get rid of Saros, obviously, but I could see. Well, I know, James. I'm saying if they wanted to move on, you never know. You never know. They just moved on from Askarov, who I thought they were gonna think was supposed to be their future, and Trotz, you never know. Saros got to be the real deal this year again. All these good teams seemed to be capped out. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I'll be right back. Leave a like if you guys are enjoying. We'll be right back. They're not gonna pay Laugh more than Mika. Yeah, that's the problem too. Mika makes what, 8? What is he, 8.5? Is he at 9? What the hell is Mika at? 8.5, 8.5. Yeah, he's the second highest forward. Yeah, they should not pay him more than Mika. He's probably worth more than Mika, but oh man, Mika's 31. He's a UFA at the end of 2030. Damn. We need Mika to really step up this year, man. That's my opinion about Mika. Really need him to step up. Toronto would likely drop Marner if they can get Shesterkin. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, James. That could happen. Chicago is gonna unload Hall, AAV, and Alec Martinez. Ooh, you go to Chicago is also really, really nice. This is crazy that we're talking about it because there's no doubt he's gonna extend. But I love Igor in all of these cities. Seriously, I think Carolina works. I think Nashville works. I think Chicago works. Shoot, I mean, even San Jose. What if Askarov and Igor teamed up in San Jose instead? Right? There's no guarantee that Askarov will be the number 1 over there still, too. It's crazy to think about. You want him in the West? Yeah. As a Devils fan, I'm sure. And as a Ranger fan, if the Rangers lose him, yeah, you don't want him in the East. Yeah, no. Right, Nashville absolutely just... Was it just... No, wait, no way they just re-signed him, right? Had to have been at least 2 years ago. Nashville. Goalies, Saros, 29. He'll be a UFA at the end of 2033. Yeah, this is absolutely an extension from this year. Yeah. So he did extend. Yeah, it's a 7.7 million AAV. Wow, at the end of 2033. Yeah, so there's no way Igor goes there. Saros gets paid 7.7. That'll be his extension. That is a great deal for Nashville. Because there's no way Igor's coming in under that, and he'll probably get like 5 or 6 million more than that. No, 4 or 5 million more than that. That's 29 Saros too. That's a great deal for Nashville. So there's no reason why he would go to Nashville. I thought this 5 million. I obviously missed the extension. Was that recently? Must have been recently. But good call, guys. Great call. Good call. You thinking about teams with a goalie? Yeah, away from a cup. But aren't then if the Rangers lose that goaltender, if teams are if we're talking about Igor going to teams that are a goalie away from winning a cup, then why would the Rangers let go of Igor? That's kind of the theory here. So you can kind of shoot yourself in the own foot. You're gonna create a problem by getting rid of a solution. Simple. I'll be right back, guys. That's what I said. I don't know who the highest. Right. Right. I don't know. I don't know who the highest paid goalie is right now. I had to look it up. Ever, yeah. I mean, if Igor wants to be the highest paid goalie ever, then I don't know if, I mean, the red if Carey Price was that the biggest lucrative AAV 10.5 per season for Price, and then Bobrovsky at 10, Vazzy 9.5. Yeah, he can get around that, but I don't know if the Rangers can give him that. I don't think the Rangers should give him that. Like you mentioned just now, I mean, Rangers hopefully can win this year, and then you know you reassess after the season. You've got to hopefully win this year, man. What a benefit, huh? What a benefit you could have. Yeah, Tony D went to Russia. Yeah, Tony DeAngelo's in Russia. John, what's going on? Let's go Rangers. Nice to see you. How you been? What's going on? By no means do I want Shesty gone, but an interesting topic. No, it's a very good topic. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about. Heading into the season because now the story breaks from the Athletic and from Molly Walker that apparently there is possibly a deadline of the Rangers and Shesterkin wanting to extend before the camp. If not, then we'll most likely see Shesterkin hit free agency on July 1st. Rangers got to win a cup this year, man. Like I just tried to mention before, what a benefit it is to be able to, at least in my eyes, in this era, keep a team this contact from year to year. At least the core group is now another year older, another year wiser. Who knows if they're going to be able to break through this year, but it is a benefit to at least keep a team that went really far last year. Hopefully they don't have any sort of hangover. They need to get off to a good start. I think a couple rookies are going to end up juicing this team up a bit early this year. I think Rempe, obviously, is still considered a rookie. I think Brendan Ottman had a really good game one. We'll see how many more preseason games he'll get. He'll get a lot more looks than he has in years past. Now this is the Brendan Ottman's chance to make this team just like Will Cooley did last year. I need Ottman to make the team. I think he'll spark this team up also. Excited to see what Adam Ernie will bring. PTO, he hasn't been released yet. I'm sure he'll play tomorrow night against the Islanders. Who else I don't know who else we'll see tomorrow, though. But it should be great. It should be great. They need to pay Shesterkin. Oh. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? How are you? I'm chilling. I'm great. Big win last night by the New York Rangers. Big win last night by the New York Rangers. If you know Igor's leaving and a team offers you multiple firsts for Igor today, do you take it? You know what? Honestly, if I'm Chris Shuri, I'm taking a look at which team it is. If there's a goalie on that roster, I'm taking a goalie too. If there's an okay goalie, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen okay goalies propel teams over the hump. I mean, the Avalanche didn't really win with an elite goaltender in Darcy Kemper, in my opinion. So if it's a team that can offer you first and a goalie that can win you playoff games, then you never know. I would listen to those calls if I was Chris Drury. If I was serious about my job as a general manager, I would take those calls seriously. Like this, in the cap, it's too tight now in the cap era. It's too tight. You need to have some flexibility, man, in some areas. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, giving the goalie the most money. Doesn't work. Or Hank would have won a cup. This is not the formula. I can see. I like that. I like the narrative also there, Thomas. I do. I like that narrative. Makes sense. It makes sense. We've seen it not happen in the past. What are you talking, New York Rangers or Texas? Oh, we're talking New York Rangers, Brandon. Let's go. Do you think the Rangers have what it takes to win the Cup this season? Daniel, I don't see why not. The Cup this core went deep, right? This core went deep last year. They lost in 6 games to a very, 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 very good Florida Panthers team. They were unbelievable. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think the New York Rangers can potentially go deep. Gonna need the core players to break through, though. Gonna need the core players to break through. No, I'm not saying you take the trade. I'm just saying you listen to the call, Justa. That's all. Look at Toronto. Most of their cap has been tied up into 4-star players. All these lost due to depth and goaltending that they couldn't afford. I think that's a great point, Rick. I agree with you there. Yeah, look, I mean, their best defenseman is Morgan Riley, who honestly you would probably take a dozen defensemen over him, maybe 15 in the NHL right now. So yeah, you lose that flexibility to build that defensive core when you sign 4 to 5 huge contracts on the forward core. I mean, listen, like I just mentioned earlier, the goaltending is such a unique position. Like sometimes you do have to pay a price to secure your goaltending. And to have that luxury of having a great goaltender, it's a luxury, man. It is. And the Rangers, in Igor Shesterkin's case, he's been the MVP in the playoffs the last 3 seasons, plain and simple. I mean, Panarin was excellent last year, excellent 2 years ago, I thought. And Zibanejad also 2 years ago. But Igor Shesterkin, man, every single night in the playoffs the last 3 seasons the Rangers were in the playoffs, brought his A game and was the Rangers' best playoff performer. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be exciting to see. If Kako doesn't show improvement the first 20 games, yeah, I think he's gone, James. I think he's done. I think that's why he's highlighted in red right now. I didn't think he looked good in preseason game 1. I don't think that's a good sign. Not with Chris Drury's Rangers as of this moment. I feel like this team is very fragile. I feel like a domino's going to have to fall. And if it's Capo Caco, and it's because he doesn't come out flying in the first 15 games, it is what it is. It is what it is. You got to move on. You got to move on. Kreider game 6, 2 missed empty nets. Are we talking Florida game 6? I don't want to talk about Florida. I had a whole script ready for that, but I just can't come to terms with talking about it. I just can't. Just can't. Thomas, what's going on? An $8 million goalie gets the job done. With that extra $4 million, you use wisely in the lineup. And if the cap goes up another $3-4 million, you get that as well. You lose Trouba's $8 million on the back end. All of a sudden, that's $16 million. You can do a lot with that money, man. So I get looking at an $8 million goalie compared to a $12 million goalie or a $13 million goalie in what Shesterkin is possibly looking for. It's crazy. Are you down on Trouba, or do you understand his side of not accepting a trade? No, I completely understand his side of not wanting a trade. He's got every right to flex that it's in his contract. He's got every right to flex the no move, and make that list happen. I don't really know what happened, man. Like, I don't know the whole story to the true story. Like I said, hopefully the Amazon series that premieres shows us a little bit of what happened behind the scenes in that scenario, in that situation. I don't know. I'm done with him, though, as a Ranger. Like, I really wish they could have moved him. I do. I wish they could have gotten rid of him. I understand why he, though, blocked it. I do. Hopefully, Amon will make the team this year. I think he's going to have to, Daniel. I need him to. I need Amon to. Probably put him on the first line with Kreider. You think so? And Mika? Maybe on the third line. It's funny because Sam and Joe last night were talking about Brennan Ottman, and they mentioned that this is apparently what the organization thinks about him as well, Brennan Ottman. He's a top 9 forward. He needs to be a top 9 forward in the NHL. They don't want him to be a 4th line forward. So if he makes this team, he's going to have to fit somewhere in the top 9. Lafreniere, Trocheck, Panarin first line, Kreider, Zibanejad. Okay, maybe Brennan Ottman there. It's possible. And then, obviously, the third line of Cooley, Hedl, Kakko. they're gonna Ottman's gonna have to. Then where's Riley Smith essentially in all this? That's what my whole point in this is that if the organization sees Brendan Ottman as a top 9 forward, he's gonna have to beat out guys like Riley Smith and Capo Caco, or possibly Will Cooley. Maybe Will Cooley gets demoted to the 4th line if they really do and are convinced Brendan Ottman. Which I also agree with. He needs to be in the top 9 because he needs a scoring chances. He's got a good shot. He needs a scoring chances. Better matchups in the top 9. I think he works on the 3rd line. It's possible. I would love to see maybe Amman on the right wing with Hedel centering and Cooley on the left wing. And Amman outs Capo Caco in that situation. Really hope they don't put him on the 1st line in that scenario. I think Riley Smith he'll eventually get his chance with Kreider and Zibanejad. Who knows if that'll be tomorrow night, preseason game 1 at the Garden. But I think he will end up eventually being on that 1st line with Zibanejad and Kreider, Riley Smith. So who knows? You think he's got potential, Kako, but he needs to sack up. He's only 23, but he needs to step it up. He's only 23. It's crazy to think about how young he is. And we've seen players hit their prime in 24, 25 years old, 26, and really hit their stride. He's only 23, man. I know the Rangers don't want to let go of him, but they're in a situation of, they might need to win now. I don't know if they're going to really want to hold on to him, too much longer. So who knows? You love Igor, but building a team for the future may be the way to go. It might be. Kako seems like a typical needs a change of scenery situation. Yeah. Who knows what? But who knows? Like, Rangers can't. I don't know if they can trade him for a guy that they need to trade him for someone who can come in right away and help. In my opinion, this team is clearly like they want to win a Stanley Cup, right? They need to win a Stanley Cup this year. With the possibility of losing your number 1 goaltender. Yeah, I mean, you need to win the cup this year, man. But who knows what's going to happen. Kreider Magic, Game 6, Carolina. I love it, man. That was electric. That was definitely top 3 Rangers moments in my life. That, the step-on overtime winner in Game 7 against Washington to move on to Tampa. And I don't even know what else. Maybe the finesse move in front of the net poked in against Washington again. Carl Hagelin and Brad Richards scuffle in front of the net with Ryan Callahan also. Couple good. Mark Sullivan overtime after that. How you doing? But yeah, that was great. So yeah, Rick, great question. In my opinion, is Kreider retire as a Ranger? He'll retire his number. Yeah, there's no way another Ranger wears 20 because he's gonna play the rest of his contract out. I've got some actually game notes on him real quick. Some good stats about Kreider. And yeah, they're gonna retire his number. He is 75. He has 75 points last season, 39 goals. He's not slowing down, I don't think. I think he's gonna have around 60 to 70 points again, 25 to 30 goals. He's 6 power play goals away from tying Emil Henry from number 1 all time. So 7 power play goals. He'll be number 1 in Rangers history in power play goals. 304 goals. He's 32 goals away from tying Rattel for 2nd in Rangers history. So if he scores 35 this year, which would be a very high, 33 goals. If he scores 33 goals, that would be a very high number for Chris Kreider to hit. But he would then become 2nd all time in scoring for the New York Rangers, behind the great Roger Gilbert, who's at like 407, I think. So he's way behind him. Kreider has 304 goals. So yeah, he's definitely going to be retired, I bet. Robert, Kako needs to be remembered, Matt, more than just saying, wow, the big city. Yeah, he needs to make an impact. He needs to make an impact on this team. That was the best game I ever saw. Top dinner. Yeah, that was awesome. Felt deflated. Oh, my God. Yep. Daniel, what's going on? Really hoping that Igor isn't asking for 12, to be honest. Yeah, they'd be hesitant to pay 10 mil. Also, 8 to 9 would be great. I would love to get him around 10, man. I think that's a good, fair number. 10.5. I think 10.5 would be great around Carey Price, right? Matt, what's going on? Where does he rank in playoff goals? Who, Kreider? Kreider ranks in playoff goals. Oh, man, that's high, too. Hold on, I got you. Oh wow, Henrik Lundqvist is hilarious. I got you. In playoff goals, let's see. Hockey reference. I'm on hockey reference. There's like playoffs. So I feel like it's always in a different section. I kind of just looked up all time. He's either number 1 or number 2. Yeah, most career goals for the Rangers. He's number 1. He's got 48 goals. He's number 1. Yeah. He passed them. I think was it last year? 2 years ago? I don't even remember. Kreider's such a legend though for this team. He's obviously getting retired. Dustin, what's going on? Gonna try to join you more. Hey, I appreciate you, Dustin. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm excited. I'm streaming obviously a lot more, right? Gonna be just like a lot more content this year, man. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Last night's preseason game was awesome though. Rangers big 3-2 win. And tomorrow Rangers Islanders. Igor wants to be the highest paid goalie. You think he also wants to be the highest paid on the team? That would take him over 11.5 to 12, man. That'd be a lot of money for a goalie. May as well offer 11, show him he's appreciated. I don't think he should be over Panarin, man. I think Panarin should be the highest paid player on the team, even though I was just saying that Shesterkin was the best playoff performer in the last 3 years. I just don't think the Rangers can afford to have Igor go over 11.5, or 11.7, which is what Panarin is at. They can't feasibly do that. If they really want to win, because they have to fix his back end if that's gonna end up being a situation with Trouba. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can get rid of his money. But this is all just hypothetical, huh? It's so much fun to talk about though. It's awesome. Hockey's back. Important offseason coming up for re-signing Soto for the Yankees, Igor for the Rangers. That's so true, Dustin. Yankees need to re-sign Soto, but another prime example of a team that needs to win a championship, because you might not have the same team next year. The Yankees are in a great position to win right now. An amazing position to win right now. Because they have Soto and Judge in their prime and at the best. These are two legends. We're watching two legends, and they're both on the same team right now. We can't look 3, 4, 5 years from now, if Soto doesn't stay, especially, and say the Yankees really dropped the ball in 2024, man. They could have won with all of these great elite players. I mean, Cole, Judge, Stanton, Soto, the legend of jazz, Chisholm. Oh, man, Yankees baseball is getting me excited. I've been watching all year, too. It's been great as a Yankees fan all year. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I have the hockey jersey. I got the Soto tank top. I got it all. At this point, Shesterkin deserves 10.5 to 11. All right. I can see it. Ohtani versus Judge in the World Series. I would love, though, a Subway Series. Yankees, Mets. Let's do it. Let's do it. Judge and Ohtani, though. The MLB would love that. Oh, my God. The MLB would go bananas for that. They would just absolutely go crazy for that. But yeah, Chris Kreider probably will have his number retired. Any Ranger goalie prospects that can replace Igor? Dylan Garan, a 2020 draft pick, played last night, played half the game. I thought he stood up pretty tall. Made some really good saves. Made a really big save with the lead in the third, up 3-2. I think it was like 2.5 minutes left. Dylan Garan, a 2020 draft pick. His stats last year, he was in Hartford last year, but he's a guy who could possibly be an NHL goalie. Don't know if he'll be like Igor Shesterkin, obviously. Dylan Garan, 20. All right, fourth round pick, 2020 NHL draft. Played 39 Hartford Wolfpack games last year. Put up just under 900 save percentage. Not ideal. The year before that, also a 900 save percentage. Played 32 games the year before that. Played more minutes last year. Let in more goals against. That's fine. Goals against average was just above 3. If Benoit Allaire's can't well not Benoit Allaire anymore, but if Benoit Allaire and company can touch up on Dylan Garand, maybe they can find some He didn't looked really. You thought he looked flinchy? I thought he didn't look bad. I thought there was one instance he looked flinchy, really bad flinch, and he was like in the net. But like other than that, I thought he was fine. I thought he made some big saves, and again, like that poke check at the end, thought it was huge. I thought that was a sign of confidence in a goaltender, right? To be able to make that poke check. You were up 3-2. You're securing the win there. He made a good poke check, and it was the right play. It was the right move. So that's fine by me. But yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, you can't be flinching in the NHL though. Can't be doing that. So like I said, it's possible. It's possible they have a goaltender, but no prospects. They already sent a goalie back today. Who'd they send back? Was it Boyko? Or was it Olaz? Who was it? I think it was Olaz. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see some more cuts after tonight's game or tomorrow's game. I'll see you later, Rick. Yeah, Jack Hughes being the $12 million man this year. Sure, sure, sure. I talked about the Devils a bit earlier too, Rick. I touched upon them a bit earlier. How did Laugh break out last year? I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was great. Lafreniere was fantastic. I thought he was really good. How to laugh. All right, read that. One more hit from Trouba and his career's over. Well, I mean, like I was talking about earlier, the Devils needing to stay healthy. So, yeah, Hughes is a guy too. Hughes is a guy who needs to stay healthy too. Um, do I have thoughts on who I'd expect to see tomorrow? I bet you we see Zibanejad. Maybe Fox. We'll see. Quick. I bet you Igor gets a start. So I feel like Igor's gonna start tomorrow. Just so I feel like it's a good time to get him in. Oh, is it quick? Is it are you saying it's quick? It's absolutely quick. That let's see. I haven't been on Twitter in a minute, so let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing some clips from this Amazon series, man, and it's McDavid yelling in the locker room. It's awesome. Oh man, it's electric. That's what I need. I need it. It's awesome. 2-minute trailer available. That's unbelievable. The Rangers' third jerseys also. They're gonna be wearing them once again. I'm gonna put the dates up on the screen. I don't have this jersey. I don't think I'm gonna get it either. This is the first year though of the new jerseys with Fanatics, so these will probably, in my opinion, look different than last year. I can't not buy them. You can't. I feel like you can't buy them, I should say, before you see how they look on the ice. So their first game isn't until the end of October though. So we'll see. October 24th against Florida, November 3rd against the Islanders, the 6th against the Penguins of December, the 14th of December against the Kings, January 9th against the Devils, January 26th against the Avalanche, February 7th against the Penguins, March 5th against the Capitals, March 9th against the Blue Jackets, and April 9th against the Philadelphia Flyers. Mostly Eastern Conference matchups there, as expected. Ron Marinaccio was claimed by the White Sox. Oh, for a little baseball news there. That's unfortunate. Are you guys getting NHL 25? I am not. I don't have the new console, and they're not making it for the old Xbox One. So, yeah, unfortunate. But I'm not getting the game this year. Probably wasn't going to dive into the game too much anyway this year. Yeah. Wasn't really gonna be all into that. Oh wow, okay. Actually, David Pagnotta. I'm actually gonna put this up because we were just touching upon the Amazon series. Um, I should take a better screenshot of that. We were just touching upon the Amazon series, and yeah, here we go. Wow, this is I hope. All right, let me just bring it up real quick. Let me get this out of here. Okay, from Pagnotta on Twitter /X. Episode breakdown for Face Off Inside the NHL show airs on Prime globally. Awesome. I can't wait for this. Episode 1, Best of Rivals, featuring William Nylander and David Pastrnak. That was featured in the trailer today, I think. This was mostly the trailer for that. Episode 2, As Tough as It Gets, featuring Philip Forsberg and Jack Eichel. Episode 3, Learning to Win, featuring Jeremy Swayman and Matthew Tkachuk. Episode 4, The Captains, featuring Quinn Hughes, Gabriel Landeskog, and Jacob Trouba. So that's a little bit of Rangers for you. Episode 4, in Jacob Trouba. Episode 5, Cup or Bust 1, featuring Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman. We had a little bit of taste for that, I think, with Connor McDavid screaming in the locker room in today's trailer. Episode 6, Cup or Bust Part 2, featuring McDavid and Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, that should be exciting. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for this. Literally, it's just gonna take us back in time to the HBO 24/7 series. So, I'm just pretty excited for that. I really am. So excited for that. Yeah, James. Yeah, yeah. I think the league will do something. Absolutely. I think every team would. Every team should. Every team should. Hey, Alec. Thank you so much for the 5. Can't believe hockey season's back. Gonna try to make it out to a few Lightning games. That's awesome. Maybe if we play the Rangers over there, we'll go there. Alec, gotta go see that. Gotta go see that. Tampa's definitely on my list soon too to go see. A game in Tampa. Was in Florida last year. For the playoffs back in May. Shouldn't even say last year. It was only a few months ago. Really appreciate the 5. Thank you so much, man. Awesome. Thank you, Alec. But yeah, if they play the Rangers, head over there. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Really appreciate you, Alec. Thank you. What's that, James? I don't even know what that is. I wish I could see the chat better too. Yeah, Dustin. Yeah, no, that's good. Every team should definitely have something. Have something. Absolutely. Oh, it's a bar. Oh, pretty cool bar district. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to go check that out. That'd be pretty cool. Fort Lauderdale was awesome, but I would love to go check out Tampa too. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so let's see what's going on tonight. It's only 5 o'clock. There's 6 games tonight. Ooh, Columbus and Buffalo are playing at 5 o'clock tonight. Um, that's about to get underway. 7 o'clock, Flyers and Canadiens. 9 o'clock, Flames and Oilers. 9 o'clock, Dallas and Avalanche. 9 o'clock, oh, Flames and Oilers again. Split squad in 2 different cities, but in Calgary and Edmonton. At 9 o'clock, Kings and Utah. Utah last night, man. NHL, and its first NHL game, I guess, technically, for the Utah team. Their first goal was an own goal, which was hilarious. But the first goal was actually Michael Carcone in the preseason game. So, technically, the first goal in history, Michael Carcone. That's excellent. Most definitely, let me know. Yeah, that's awesome, Alec. I love that. That's awesome. I'll definitely hit you up. Oh, camera went down. My bad. Okay. Um, Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so that's tonight. Last night's games was pretty fun. Like I said, it sucks though. I mean, the NHL is such a wealthy company, right? Like just the NHL as a total, as a whole. You look at it, and professional sports league, you would think that every single preseason game would be at least televised somewhat. Nope. I can't get highlights for most of the games. I can't get most of the goals. I wanted to watch a lot of the Florida and Nashville game. I couldn't even watch it. There's just no highlights too. It's unfortunate. But yeah, that just sucks because the NHL is one of the big four. NFL didn't miss a preseason game. I bet every game was televised. So same with the NBA, same with the MLB. I just feel like, well, at least MLB, there's so many preseason games, so maybe they're the exception. But just sucks that I wasn't able to watch some of the stuff last night. And let's see, can I even watch some of the stuff tonight? What's that? Monday, 5 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe I could watch some of these games. Victory Plus. So the NHL Network's got the Kings and Utah. Neither of the Flames Oilers games. All right, well, that's fine, I guess. It's fine. It is what it is. My one of many beefs with the NHL. But I'm happy about the series and the Amazon series. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be really cool. All right, so real quick, just want to grab the name. I forgot which goalie got sent down today. Where's like the new Ranger stats and information? Maybe it's like that account, right? I forget it. Someone knows. I don't know. You definitely got to go to the Stamkos comeback. Oh my God, yeah, that's crazy. Can't believe Stamkos left. When is that first game? Let's see. Let's go to Nashville actually. Schedule for the Predators. October. Okay. They don't. Oh, okay. There it is. Right. That's October. The end of October. Yeah. October 28th is Steven Stamkos' return game already. Wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9th game as a Predator, a Nashville Predator. That's crazy. He'll be in Tampa Bay. It'll only be their 3rd road game, and it's kind of in the middle of a trip. No, it's not even in the middle of a trip. It's gotta be weird. That's gonna be weird seeing Steven Stamkos just take the ice as a Nashville Predator. It's crazy. All right. I'm going to head off. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you guys did enjoy. And we'll see you guys later. Tomorrow night, Rangers Islanders. Preseason game 1 at the Garden, 2 overall. Hopefully the Rangers can win. We'll see who's in net. We'll see who plays. Appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.